Well, howdy everybody. How's everybody doing today? This is your friendly neighborhood Chef Shade Tree coming at you. Well, guys, check it out. I'm sitting on my back porch, on my deck. Well, there was a thing I was doing here. I was cleaning up my mom's porch swing last time I talked to you guys on this about doing this job. But to give you a little sneak peek here. What do you think of this? Sitting on the porch thing. So let's check this thing out and see what it actually looks like. Looky there. Doesn't look too bad, does it? I mean, it's a little stained a little bit, but it's not bad. I mean, for what it was, where it was at. Same at the top. Top's a little, it's stained, but it's a far cry from what it was, though, don't you think? So that's what I got done with this. Got this thing put together, back in working order, and you can actually sit on it now. So I'm going to sit out here and enjoy it. But anyways, I'm going to get to reason why I've been cleaning this deck. We've got more rain coming in, as you can see. It's a little wet right there. That's from me. Yes, I was cleaning the sides of this, cleaning it all up all over the place. There was not mold, but algae growing all over this thing, or moss, or whatever you want to call it, whatever that stuff was, scale of some sort. And got it all cleaned up while I was doing it here on the deck. So it's a little damp in a couple spots. But anyways, the main reason why I'm getting this thing cleaned up the way I am, as you know, there's hardly anything on it yet, except for now, the porch swing. I don't know if it's going to stay here or not. More than likely it will for a while, for now. Because I got something planned for here. And I'm going to show you guys what it is. So let's see what I'm going to do. Well, there we go, guys. I bought another one of these Cover Pro portable sheds. But I didn't want to put the 10 by 17 up here because 10 by 17 would take too much space. So I got 10 by 10. Got the 10 by 10. The 10 by 10 will come out to right here and go to about right in here somewhere. About right in here, I think. About that neighborhood. So it'll take up this much space on the deck here. I'm wore out from doing that. I had to take a little break because I actually carried that thing from the garage out front here. It was in the garage out front. I carried it all the way around the house, all the way back here, and onto the deck. I carried that thing probably 200 feet. And this thing isn't light. According to the tag here, this thing weighs 81.5 pounds. So yeah, that was quite the journey around the house. I carried that all the way around the house, up on my shoulders. Yeah, buddy, wore out. No wonder, and I wonder why my back is bad. I do stupid stuff like that. I'll probably be down for the next couple of days after this little journey. But anyways, yes, I got one of these Cover Pro portable sheds. It's a 10 by 10, as I said. And old Harbor Freight had a sale on it, so I had to pick it up. I'm going to put it up on here on the deck. That's the reason why I've been cleaning this thing up, trying to get the leaves blowed off of it, trying to get it dry. Because once I put this thing up, I'm wanting to put a tarp inside on the deck floor so I can start putting. The purpose of this is to get stuff out of the house. I gotta have some place to put the stuff, so I thought this would be the perfect place. It wouldn't be out on the ground someplace sitting. It would be up here on the deck, off the ground. I'll put a tarp on it so I keep bugs and stuff out from underneath the bottom. And there we go. So tomorrow night it's supposed to start raining. And it's supposed to rain Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, maybe possibly Monday too. So I want to get this thing set up so it doesn't get too wet underneath, if you know what I mean. Because then it'll take another week for it to dry. And I'm tired of waiting now. So I'm going to get this thing put up. I'm probably going to do that now. And yeah, let's get this thing going. Okay, I got the straps off of it, so let's kind of do like a little box opening here. Why not? Yeah, buddy. Look at that. There's the canvas tarp, what do you want to call it, for the top and sides. And the poles are down the bottom. So, yeah, what I think I'll do is I'll take the canvas out and put them in that box. In the top. So let's get this out. So there's the tarps there. I'll put them up on the bench. And there's the tubes. And here's the instructions. Now you really need these instructions because for one, you need to find out what tube goes where. So instructions are handy for this job here. So let me get these tubes out here, get them lined up where they need to go, and I'll get started on this. So I'm going to start with these pieces here. They're all numbered. And I'll show you the instructions where they go. This is where you start. You start laying them out. So I'm going to use this area right here to lay them out. Well, if we can get a better focus, there we go, there's a better focus. So there you go, that's how you lay it out. I'm going to lay these things out and then put the tubes on so we can get the top together. So I got my 10 foot out, so what I'm going to do is lay these pieces out to where they need to be. I'll get back with you after I do that. I would like to add one thing. When they do box these up, they actually put these pipes together. See, you got all the fours, there's 4 of them. There's all 4 together right there. This 1s and 6s are mixed up, but there's a 7. I don't know what's underneath there. There probably might be 7s. But for the most part, the 5s, those are 5s. They're laid out. They're on top here because they're the short ones. There's 2 number 2s right here. I'm not exactly sure where they go yet. We'll get them laid out. But the 4s, these 4 go here, 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 and here. And oh, they have 6 of them. There's 6 of them. 4s, 6 4s. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 6 4s. So there's 2 4s underneath there. There's 4 of them right there. So anyways, yeah, that's how they were laid out. And I'd like to add that into this. You know, when they put these in the box, they actually lay them out pretty decent. So you can just pull them right out as you go. So let me get these 4s out and lay them out. Okay, there's all the tubes for the top. So now I gotta put this jigsaw puzzle together now. So yeah, let me get on this thing. Okay, now when you start putting these things together, the tops here have holes in them right here. You gotta line the holes up for them right there. And you gotta put bolts in the top. So I'll get these bolts started, get this thing going. I got this one put together. So I gotta get the bolts started in the top here. I gotta get them out actually. You know what, guys? I'm really liking this porch swing already. Because looky here, I'm using it for part storage. Holds parts. Kind of like that. I'm already putting this thing to use. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in here real quick. Okay, there we go, guys. I got the top put up. Looky there. Now I didn't tighten the bolts up. I'm leaving these loose because I want to get it all put together and get it set up before I tighten them down. So there we go. Got the top up. Now I got to put the legs on. Let's see where the legs are at here. What number are the legs? Leg 1. Okay, leg 1. Leg 1's go on the ends. I got to attach these pieces to the bottom of legs 1. You can see there's the, where we go to get them put up. There we go, get this thing centered. So there we go. So let's get this, get the legs put on now. Okay, there we go. Got the legs on. Now I gotta do is put the crossbars on. So I got 4 crossbars put in. They go in between each one of the legs right there. So I got to get them put in right now. So I'll get that going. Okay, I got the crossbars all laid out. Now the crossbars are put on with these brackets with bolts. So I gotta put these brackets or go on the end, one on each, on the inside and outside. And then these brackets right here go right here in the middle. One on the outside, one on the inside. With bolts, nuts, and washers. So I'll get them on. Well, alrighty then. I got them hooked up. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have to put them bars in the things, or not. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to take these things back apart here. I left them loose. So once I start getting the covers on it, because I do believe those bars have to go through the bottom of the cover. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I do. So, yeah. I got them on. Might have to take them back off here. I can't remember. I should have looked at instructions. But I got them on. And I got one extra nut here. Yoo-hoo! But I don't think it says anything about putting them. Yes, you put the bars on. It's got to put the bars on. You got to square it up, anchor the frame, which I'm not going to really do that right now. And then you put the things on. Bottom rail pocket. Yeah, I think I'll find out once to get it put on. So, yeah. And I did buy a piece of conduit. I'm going to put a piece of conduit across the back there so I can keep the back from flopping. So I did do that. So, yeah. I guess it's time to put the covers on it now. So, let me get started on that. I'm about wore out already. It's freaking hot out here. We got mid 80s and humidity's going up. I think we got 60-some% humidity right now. But anyways, here's where I got so far. Let me go get the conduit and get started on putting the covers on. Okay, I think I'm ready for this now. There's my piece of conduit. It's a 10-foot long piece of conduit there. And I bought, I think this is 3/4 or half-inch conduit. I do believe, but it fits perfectly in this leg. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna put it in so far to where it keeps the bottom of the canvas from flopping around. So I gotta cut this to length. You know, the other ends of these are flared. So I want to cut this end off. So I want to cut it off probably about right in here somewhere maybe. Cut it off, but I want to put the canvas on the back here before I do that. So I think, yeah, I'll put the canvas on and then see how tight it tightens up and then go from there. So yeah, let me get that going. Okay, I kind of sort of have the back piece on. Now these are kind of a pain in the butt to do by yourself. But anyways, you got to put the strap. There's a strap that goes all the way around the edge of this thing. So when you pull it tight, it wraps around the pole. Well, down here, like I said, it's got a pocket in the bottom here that I got to measure out just right. I'm going to have to put a slit in this piece here so I can put that in. And I'm going to have to cut holes in this pipe because what you do is you ratchet strap these straps. You got ratchet pieces. They're over here in the box. Let me get to them. These pieces here, these are ratchet pieces. You put the straps in and you ratchet it down. So I need to put this, yeah, this is going to be fun to do. But I'm going to have to get this thing put together. I'm going to have to put holes in the PVC pipe in order to do this. You gotta hook these ratchet straps in this hole here so they'll hold. So I gotta put a hole in the pipe. So I gotta get this done now. So be back with you in a minute here. Alright, got my drill. 3/8 drill bit. So it is a 3/8 hole here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this out. I'm going to put this thing, this is supposed to be tight pretty much. So what I'm going to do is kind of guesstimate. It's about right in there. So I'm going to put a slit. Yeah, if I can do it, I'm going to put a slit about right in here. So this conduit will go in it. And then I'll do the same thing down at that end. Put a slit down in there so the pipe will come out and go into the leg. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut a slit in it, just a little one, just enough for to get the pole through, the conduit through it, so it'll go into here. So that's what I'm going to do here real quick. And there we go. Cut a little slit in the hole, put a little hole in it right here. Now my conduit will fit into the hole here and then go right into the tube here. I don't want to cut holes into it until I get the conduit in there and shove it all the way in, and then do the other end, cut it off, and do the same down there. So let me get the conduit in there. Okay, I measured this thing out. It needs to be 10 foot. I measured this conduit off, and I cut it off. I took this much off my conduit right there. So, yeah. Got my slits cut. Now I gotta put the conduit in the pocket right there. So I'll get that done here. Oh, there we go. Got the conduit ran in, and it is measured out almost perfectly. Look at that. Looks good. So now I gotta do, stick the conduit in that end. What I'll do is stick the conduit in that end, drill my holes, and then set the 10 foot and drill my holes down at this end. Because I should be just about perfect on this. So there we go, guys. I'm getting this thing put together. Now that conduit down the bottom there will keep this back from flopping in and out. And it'll keep it tight to the deck too. So that's what the purpose I do that. If you don't put that conduit in there, then this bass can be flopping back and forth, and you can get underneath of it. An animal could get in underneath of it. So that's why I'm doing that. So let me get this thing finished up here. Well, there we go. Looky there. Sat in there perfectly. So now I gotta do, looky there. I gotta do is measure, make sure this is 10 foot here, which I do believe is about perfect. I'm gonna go in just a touch and drill my holes, and I'll be ready to tie this thing down. That's where I'm at. And just like that, the back piece is on. Back is on. Conduit's at the bottom. Right, nice and tight to the deck. That's perfect. Perfect. So that thing won't flop in the wind now. It's a little off center. That's alright. It's up. Now I gotta do is put the front piece on here. You put the door on it, and then you put the top on. So I'll get that done here and get back with you. Okay, there we go. Got the door on. It's tight. So, yeah. Now what I'll do is I'll put a piece of conduit down at the bottom of the door, so when I roll it up, I can roll it up with the conduit. But anyways, I gotta get the top on, and it is hot and sticky out here, and I'm gonna take a little break. So I'm just gonna put this on pause, take myself a little breather, and then I'll get the top on later. So there's where I'm at so far. Off for a break. Just thought I'd throw this in here real quick. My break is consisting of chili cheese dogs. I'm using the chili from Aldi. This stuff here. Got the hot dogs I made, the buns, and I'm just going to shred some cheese on top of it. So that's what I'm having for my break. And there we go. Shredded some cheese on my chili dogs. Look good, buddy. Alrighty, let's get back on this thing. It's the clouds actually rolled in, so it's cloudy now. It's actually cooled off a little bit, so good. I may get this top on here without sweating too much, but yeah, got that. Got the front on, got the back on. Now it's time to put the top on. So let's get her on. Okay, per instructions, you gotta take these out, but you gotta drape that over top first. Take these, remove these out, and then put the put these in them pockets right there. So yeah, gotta do that. So it's a good thing I didn't tighten them down. They're just loose, just like on like a thread and a half. So I gotta tear these back apart and thread the rods in them pockets right there. So yep, gotta do that. Figured I wouldn't have to do that. I just didn't know why, because on the other ones, the bigger ones, they make you put this up, put the rods in the pockets, and then put it over, and then put it together. This is the opposite. Put this together first, and then you take them back apart, and do it that way. Well, anyways, whatever. Okay, well, what I did was I took this side apart. I had the top over here in the middle. I took it outside, put the tubes in the pockets there. Used the tubes to help me pull this thing up over top of this thing. If I didn't put them in, it would have been a bear trying to get this thing up over top of it. But anyways, that's what I did. Put those in the pockets. Pulled the tarp thing over top of it. Now I got to do is take that apart down there and get this thing buttoned up. So there's where I'm at next. Well, there we go, everybody. Top is up. It is tight. About as tight as you're going to get it where they're set up. Now what I'm going to do is I got this gap here. I'm going to take this over, put it against the wall as far as I can get it. Right up against the wall. And as you can see, this piece right here will go right underneath the eaves here. That's exactly what I wanted. I knew it was going to be too tall this way to put this way. So I wanted to put it on the deck this way. So all I got to do is, I'm going to take stuff right directly out of the house, right into the tent. Right into my storage unit. So yeah, now all I got to do is tighten these bars up down here. They're all loose, so I just got to tighten them up, and I'll be done. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Got my garage up. Exactly what I wanted to do with this area on the deck. So now I can start putting stuff in here out of the house. I'm going to put some shelves in here. I'll be building them here in the next, I don't know, probably next week I'll be building them. Putting a tarp in here. I'll be doing a video on that because I'm going to do something there. And yeah, that's what we got going on, guys. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. It's up on the back porch, on the deck. So I can start utilizing it for what I need it for. So, catch you guys later. Thanks for always watching.